Morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsy69. Welcome back to the channel. Today we have the OP replays. Yes, replays of the week, and we're going to start off with a tier 7 tank. We have the Tiger 1 with the new Baron camouflage, and we are watching Xanix. I think that's how you pronounce his name. We're just going to call him X is who's playing this tank. I'm not good with pronunciations, so I do apologize if I butchered that. So yeah, the Tiger 1, great tank in the right hands. It's been buffed over the years, it's been nerfed over the years, but now it is just an all-round fantastic tank, and that's what it should. You know, it's a legend of a tank. Everyone knows the Tiger, and a lot of people play this game mainly because of the Tiger. Believe it or not, if you like your history, I'm not so much keen on the history, but a lot of people do play it because of history. And yeah, the Tiger 1 is pretty much one of the most popular tanks maybe in the world. So people do like to play the tank. And it used to always just be an average tank, but now Wargaming gave it some love, and it's now a fantastic tank to play. The whole line, to be honest, is a great line to play. And we're going to watch a fantastic game here in the Tiger. So far 800 damage, and the thing with the Tiger, it can bounce. It can bounce quite a lot, but it's also got a lot of weak points as well. And when you're up against a Dicamax like we are here, I mean, he's in a good position, but the Dicamax has a lot of gun depression, so he's going to easily be able to penetrate him in that kind of position. So the Firefly over here is getting wrecked, but he is there to hopefully protect him, but that didn't go so well. So first bounce of the game there, and that was from the LTG, but he's not bouncing anything else, so he is losing quite a bit of hit points, and when it's a 4 versus 4, he needs to keep his hit points. Now the AC Sentinel here is coming forward, gives him a little ram. Now I would probably recommend to sit on the cap for a little bit, otherwise they've got 2 cap points and they are winning quite a bit. They are winning quite a bit, and it's only there's still 3 tanks left alive, but quite a bit of hit points left. And I'm not sure about the tank destroyer here on his team, the SU. Is he AFK? It looks AFK, which is not a good sign for our green team here. But our guy here, X, has managed to get 2,300 damage, and now he has started to block more shots. But you can see the hit points left on the enemy team. There is quite a bit, and there's only 2 tanks here that is fighting these guys. So the IS-2, you can see the IS-2, is he going to come out? He's just waiting. He's being very patient, but you can't be patient for too long because of supremacy. Unfortunately, the points are racking up, almost 700 now for the enemy team. So he does have to make a move, and he does have to start clearing these guys, especially now the SU is dead. So that means more points for the enemy team. So they are almost up to 770 now. So he needs to clear these guys just to bring the supremacy points down a bit. And of course he has to bounce some shots. He's got no choice, otherwise he's going to lose too much hit points and it's going to be game over. Now the IS-2 is a one shot, and you can see him angling up to this IS-2, and when you angle in this tank, it is very, very strong. And now he does take care of him for his 3rd kill. He's managed to now block 1,400 damage, but unfortunately for him, he did lose a lot of hit points before he started blocking these shots. Gets another shot there, block shot from the Junu there, and the Black Prince is on his way. And that's not a tank you want to deal with, because I mean, what, 2,800 2,900 DPM for the Black Prince? Yeah, that is not a tank you want to be dealing with when you don't have the hit points. But he's racking up these block shots now, and he's literally blocking almost everything that comes his way. Luckily, yes, the Black Prince does have DPM, but it doesn't have penetration, and he's now going to use the speed to get around him, get the little bit of the ram, bring him down to a one shot, and take him out for his 5th kill. So yeah, in total 2,800 block damage. We didn't think he was going to get that from the start because he wasn't blocking anything from the start, but he did manage to get almost 5,000 damage in the Tiger 1, and a well-deserved ace. So well played, X, and that just goes to show how strong the Tiger 1 can actually be. Now, it is quite difficult if you want to get the ace in the Tiger 1 at the moment because of the kind of event that they're doing. If you ace the Tiger a few times, you get that rare camouflage. It's not the Baron, it is it the Fox? I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, it's very difficult to ace the Tiger at the moment, so well played indeed. Next up, same map, Mayan Ruins. This time we are watching the Type 71. Now the Type 71 is one of the strongest, if not the strongest tank in tier 10 currently. Now in the next week or so this week coming, I am off from work, so I'm going to do a little series, like 3-4 day series, just to keep me going. When I'm off work or when I go away on holiday, I usually do a series. So I'm off work this week, or this week coming. So I will do a little series, and then 3 weeks after that I am on holiday. I'm taking the wife away with no kids, just me and the wife. So I will be doing a series that week where I'll be looking at the strongest tanks per tier. So each day I'll have the strongest tank per tier, and we're probably going to go from tier 5. I don't know, we're not going to go from tier 1. I mean, we might do a sort of a 10-day series, sort of the strongest tier 1, strongest tier 2, but we'll see what time I've got, because obviously no one really plays tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, but I do have to think about the newer players on the channel as well. So we might do it. We might do the full series, tier 1 to tier 10, the strongest tank in every single tier, but we will see. Hopefully we will get to do that. And spoiler alert, this tank could be there. This tank, when I first played it, I did not think that this tank was so special. I didn't think it was so strong, but yeah, I mean, as soon as I changed the equipment on it and started playing it more like a medium tank instead of a hold down beast, then yeah, I completely changed my opinion on this tank. And the king of typos here is just going to showcase how strong this tank is. Already he has bounced 2,300 damage. Now if you look at the E100 on the enemy team there, we've already done a video on the E100 saying how strong that is now. I mean, look at that turret. You used to always be able to penetrate that turret, but now people has to switch to the premium round to get through the turret there. So that just goes to show how strong the E100 actually is as well. So far 2,300 block damage, 2,200 damage, but there is still a lot of hit points left. Now his team still have a lot of hit points as well, but they are one tank down. I mean, look at all that hit points on that team, on that enemy team there. Now the Mortian comes outside with not the best of ideas. Now unfortunately he does block the Peugeot there. Wasn't his fault. He tried moving and the Peugeot does get shot, meaning he is now a one shot. So that was unfortunate. No one's fault really. The Peugeot was trying to move out of the way. He was trying to move in. So that was just unfortunate. No one's fault. So far 3,000 damage. It is now a 5 versus 4. So they are up on tanks, but they're not up on hit points. They are pretty low on hit points. And for the Leopard there, I don't know why, when you are so low hit points, why would you ram like that? I have no idea why anyone would ram. He could have took another shot from this TVP, or that could have been the last shot from the TVP, and he's now on a reload. So the Leopard could have stayed alive. But yeah, he almost threw the game there just from that ram. There's a time and place for ramming, and that was not the time or the place for a ram. So far 4,000 damage, 2,600 damage blocked, and there's now 3 tanks left alive, and one of them being the IS-4. And as we know, the IS-4 is strong. People's lost the love excuse me, people's lost the love for the IS-4 over the sort of the last year or so. I absolutely loved the IS-4. You know, I always recommended it. I always used to say, if you're grinding, if you're new to the game, the IS-4 is the tank that you should be grinding first. It's a great new player tank. It allows you to make mistakes. It's got that armor profile, it's got the speed, it's an all-round good tank. But over the last sort of year or so, the love for the IS-4 has kind of got less and less and less. People are dealing with it very easily, and the buffs and the nerfs haven't been fantastic for the IS-4. So yeah, I mean, you switch to heat, you can still penetrate the front very, very easily, and you can penetrate the lower plate as well. But overall, it's still a good tank when you know how to play the IS-4. So now 6,000 damage. Unfortunately, wasn't able excuse me, wasn't able to clear the IS-4 there because of this 268. Now he's not gonna, he could go round and clear the IS-4, but he's probably doing the right thing here, and he's keeping both tanks in front of him. And of course, with the armor profile on this tank, you can bounce almost anything. Put it in the right situation, the right angles, you can bounce almost anything. As we've seen this game so far, 5,400 blocked damage. He's now up to 7k damage, and he's got these two down to a one shot. Now if he can bounce another shot, then this game could be easy, very, very easy, even though it is a 1 versus 3. Now personally, I would have probably left the 268 there and go for the IS-4, but actually I would have gone for the 268 because he has the bigger gun, he has the more penetration. So yeah, he done the right thing there. Unfortunately, gets a bounce from this IS-4, but he's close to him, and this is where this tank really shines. When you're close like this and you're moving, it is a very, very difficult pen. Now just at the right time, just as he gets the IS-4 down to a one shot, the Tortoise does come around. And now most people would have backed up here. Most people would have backed up and kept the Tortoise in front, but not this guy. He is savage. He decides to, even if he does get shot, he wants to get around this this Tortoise, and again, it pays off because now the Tortoise can't do anything. He's going to reload his shell, and it will be game over. So 6,700 blocked damage. That is incredible. Normally you get that block damage and you only get like 2,000 damage, but nah, not this guy. 6,700 block damage and 8,800 damage. Well deserved ace there. Of course, a well deserved steel wall and a well deserved Kolomonov. So well played. Hope you enjoyed this these replays, guys. I'm meadsy69, and I will catch you all soon. Bye bye.